What is going on, guys? Welcome to the second installment of Warframe of the Day. Today I'm going to be showing off Atlas. Atlas is one of my main frames. I don't run him all the time. I don't run him every day. Well, that's not true. I probably run him at least once every day. But he is easily one of my funnest frames. He is good for high-level stuff. He is good for low-level stuff. He is all around fun. Grinded him out legitly. I just wanted to note that a lot of people buy this frame because of the series of quests to obtain him. I don't blame y'all. I really don't. The boss for the end of the quest is a douchebag. He's not a nice guy. I didn't have upgrades for my Arcwing. I had to get a 4-man to even do it, and even then he wasn't kind with me. So I don't blame y'all for purchasing him. But if you do, then you probably know how much fun this guy is. He's not the world's best frame, he's not the world's strongest frame, but he is one of the funnest frames I've ever played on this game. He is the reason I fell in love with melee on Warframe. He is the reason I don't really use anything else but melee. Probably because I'm usually running him, but mostly because it opened my eyes to how melee has synergy with tankier frames. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. We're going to take a look at the build. What we got starting off is our aura mod, Steel Charge, melee weapon damage increased, 60% melee damage. This increases for everybody in your party, just like all aura mods. So you can stack it up pretty high. It's 6, 12, 18, 24, 240%. So that's pretty substantial if you all have a bunch of melee freaks. Then we go over to Cunning Drift. Cunning Drift is ability range. Not super important for Atlas, but I really like to have it on him. You'll see why in a second. Of course, we have our Rage, Vitality, Steel Fiber. It is worth noting that Atlas is one of the tankiest frames in the game, with, I believe, the second, or I want to say it's the second, because I believe Valkyr Prime has the first highest armor. I want to say it's the second highest armor in the game, but he's easily one of the more tankier frames compared to other frames. So we got Rage, we got Vitality, we got our Steel Fiber. We'll go down to Streamline, or go over to Streamline. This is ability efficiency, not super important. This is more of a counterbalance to Blind Rage. As y'all know, Blind Rage is our strength and efficiency. So this kind of counterbalances that negative stat on our Blind Rage. Then we have Intensify. Ability strength for this guy is his weakness, is his main focus. It is his source of power. This is where Atlas shines. He becomes a total badass. One Punch Man, whatever you want to call him, he is awesome. Then we got Stretch. This is more ability range. Also, both this and Cunning Drift interchangeable. You can build him for more damage. Whatever you choose to do, I like to run him with range. Then we have Armored Agility. This is sprint speed and armor. Without the sprint speed, he is pretty slow, but let's be honest here, no frame is really slow in this game. Bullet jumping, mashing L1 and X, you can go wherever you want to go within seconds. So we have our sprint speed, and then we have our more armor, stacking us up to a total of 1,147 armor. That is a mean stack of armor. Getting that all wrapped up together, we're going to look at our abilities. So, his 1 is Landslide. Bash enemies with an explosive sliding punch. Repeat for a devastating combo. As you can see, our damage is already 738 base. It is 350. So we about doubled that, almost tripled it, to make this thing just a total beast. The radius, this is of course in meters, usually what everything is measured in Warframe, is 2.4. Base, you can see it's 1.5, so about doubled our radius on that. Combo window, I haven't really found a way to make that combo window higher. I've tried adding duration, it doesn't seem to do much, but again, not too important. You'll see why in the gameplay. Then we have Tectonic. Summon a rock wall. Activate again to send rocks crashing towards the enemy. I don't use this so much as a damage. I use it more as I'm about to die, if that ever so happens, which is very rare, or just to wall off a corridor so I can get more CC. It has a lot of health. 15,265.85 to be exact. It will keep something out for a while. One of the best things about this is you can traverse through the wall, but enemies cannot. So if they're just sitting there on the back of the wall, you'll get a huge stack, and smack them in the mouth, you'll get like 10 or 20 kills easily. Last we have Petrify, which is our 3. I have a build for his Petrify. It is really good for late game because of CC, but other than that, it could probably use some kind of augmentation mod or something that's better for it. I know it has one that does codex scanner. That's great, but once you're done with that, it's just kind of meh. But it is fun. Again, this is not the best frame, it's one of the funner frames. And then we have our Rumblers. Take this, Light of Heart. I call him the Trump frame. He has the walls, he has quote-unquote border patrol. In no way am I a racist, in no way am I trying to start a riot. I thought it was hilarious, and if you have a sense of humor, take it lightly. It is just a joke. But he is what most of my friends call him, the Trump frame. He builds walls, he sends out his rumblers, and just kind of controls the area. So putting all that together, also the rumblers have around 45 duration. You can up that to make them last longer. Totally up to you, but I like them to just be super tanky, damage dealing dudes and just kind of control the battlefield for me when I'm not able to. Our efficiency is not important because he is made to take damage. We're going to go ahead and go to my favorite hangout spot, Sedna, Selkie. Just run around and smack some Grenier in the mouth. So, as I said before, I like to use him melee. You can use him without melee, totally up to you, but that is the way I run most of my frames. So, we're going to go do that, and we're going to equip our melee weapon. Sylvan Aegis Prime, really great melee weapon if y'all haven't got your hands on it. Sylvan Aegis, really great melee weapon. And I mean that's just the style that I like. Sword and board, block and smack, and keep on going about my life. So I want to put this away because it does my AoE. But we want to take a little bit of damage. Yeah, they're hurting us. Not really. Cast our little stone dudes. They're gonna punch people right in the mouth. That guy's dead. That guy's dead. That guy's, oh man. Yeah, they're not nice. They punch people directly in the mouth. And I can't say that it's not beautiful. So, we're gonna channel, get a little bit of energy back. Or get a little bit of health back. And here is why I love Atlas. Once we get a decent group, we hit our one, and you punch people in the mouth. So you just go, you can kind of combo it. Of course, the more you combo it, this is why efficiency isn't important. The more you combo it, the less energy it takes. So once you get into the higher rounds, you can just spam away. Also, while you're casting it, you become invincible for a short period of time while you're punching. As you see, while I comboed that up to 3 hits, it does a huge uppercut that has a huge AoE. And this is why I like his range on it. It lets me slide faster, or slide farther up to the enemy, and then knock them completely, for lack of a better word, shiteless. They have no idea what goes on after I punch them in the face. So we get a little group going. Yeah, they're kind of hurting us, but we need that. We need, you know, it's a, what's the word I'm looking for? High risk, high reward. Smack them. 1 punch, 4 kills. Let's go. Easy, easy. you can see why he is just fun. You just run around, dash between enemies, explosions everywhere. We can go ahead and cast our rumblers again, and then I'll show off our rock wall. Let's gotta get a bit of energy. So our rock wall, we can set this down, kind of like their little covers that they set down, and that provides us a little bit of cover from the back. And if we wanted to shoot behind it, we could. We can move through it, but the main thing is you can put it in a direction. So I want it to go that way. I'm gonna aim that way and hit it again, and it'll kind of roll where it wants to. It'll bounce off walls and then explode, killing enemies. Super great. I like to use an augment for it. That makes it where I can put up 3 of them. They have less health, but they don't really go down. It takes a long time for them to break down those walls. So I use that augment and then just kind of wall off corridors and give myself more crowd control. Going over here, smacking some more people in the face. Life support hasn't even moved. I'm not ever worried about life support. Your shield stays down, which is good, means you keep getting energy, and then I've rarely had to channel, really. Channel a little bit there, top us off. And then I'll show you the 3. This is the 3. You can increase the range on it. Turns people to stone. They stay stoned. They stay stuck as statues for, I want to say, 5 or 10 seconds, depending on your duration. You can max it out and come over here, punch him in the face, turn this guy to stone, kind of synergize our abilities a little bit. Bam, punch him in the face. I just punch everything in the face all the time, apparently. I don't punch him anywhere else, just in the face. But that's pretty much all there is with Atlas. I mean, there are other builds, but with this build in particular, this is just my tanky, run around, just kind of play and not really have to think too much about it. This is good for when my buddies need help grinding or we're taking down a boss. Oh man, let me show you what this guy can do to a boss. Let's see. We'll go ahead and abort this mission. I didn't even think about that. Of course, you have to have a boss that will take damage and not, what's the word I'm looking for? Have like sequences where you can't damage him and stuff like that. Let's see if we can find... Where is Forid? Is Forid Saturn? No, he is... No, that's Alad V. I know Forid is a boss, isn't he? Question mark, question mark? Who's the boss for? Oh, hold up. Ah, here we go. Yeah, I knew he was over here. So I'm just showing it off on Forid because he's a decently leveled boss, 24 to 26. I have, I believe, 4-punched level 40 or so Forid, which it was for an alert or something like that. Again, not the strongest frame, not the best frame. You can take him into endgame. I've done it many a time. You can take any frame into endgame. There are just some frames that do it better than others. But that's not the name of the game for me. I enjoy having fun and doing what I feel like doing. Oh, this isn't Forid. I was bamboozled. I should have known better. We're just gonna go back and pretend that didn't happen. That alert was for Forid. I think it is still an assassination, so we're gonna try to do that. How could I get played? This game plays me. I don't play this game. Infested outbreak. Ah, I see. Okay, yeah, that's right. I really just want to find where Forid is. I would assume he is here. Defense, interception. There's the George Golem. That is the boss that you fight to get Atlas. And by golly, is he a good time. He is just one of the friendliest, nicest... No, I hate that guy. He's awful. I really hate that guy. Okay. Cannot find the boss I am looking for. So, let's go. Dang it. I need a decent level boss. Who is Pluto's boss? That's not it. Oh. Huh. Who is this? This location requires 40 Animo nav beacon to enter. Interesting. I don't have that. Huh. Well, in my shoddy attempt to show him off, I apparently can't. I was unaware that I didn't have something to fight the boss. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We can fight the hyena pack. I knew there was a decently leveled boss we could fight. Alright.
The VIP that we're hunting is here.
It is worth noting I most likely will not do every frame in the game because I will not have every frame in the game, and I'm also not a fan of every frame in the game. I'll probably do, hopefully, about a 15-part series, depending on what frames I get or what frames I put up. I think I have about 10 or so frames I can show, and then I know there are frames coming out soon that I want to try out. I believe the next one's Gara, which is the glass frame. So, we are going to punch this guy in the face a lot until he dies. That was easy. There you go. That's it. That's about how Atlas works right there. Jackal is really difficult to deal with, just because you have to target certain individual legs. I think I heard a Bursa. I think she said a Bursa has come to fight us. It's worth noting also that I didn't state his passive, which is my favorite thing in the game. He cannot be moved. This Bursa can smack the floor all he likes, but he can't do anything to me. As long as my feet are planted on the ground, I will not be moved. I think it is honestly one of the better passives in the game for frames, just because it's really annoying getting knocked down. I don't enjoy it. Like you saw right there, I can walk right through those lasers. No big deal. But that is about it for Atlas. Like I said, he's one of my favorite frames, one of the funner frames to play around with. You can run him in anything. You can build him I would say about 3 different ways that make him quote-unquote useful to end-game stuff. And when I say end-game, I mean like level 100 stuff. I don't mean like hours. Hey, we're marked.
Messages have arrived in your inbox.
I don't fear the Stalker. Atlas also makes the Stalker look like a little baby. It's pretty cute. But anyways, guys, that'll wrap up the video for today. If you liked the video, if you enjoy the content on this channel, please leave a like, comment, share, show your friends, whatever.